Good evening. I'm Patricia Malone with the CTV News Update. A major pro sports announcement with social implications. Just 10 days after announcing it would undertake a review of the football team's name, Dan Snyder announces that he is retiring the burgundy and gold's mascot and logo. The decision to change the 87-year-old team name comes amid mounting pressure on the franchise from corporate sponsors and the nationwide discussion of race. CTV asked people in Largo their thoughts about the name change.
I'm sorry that they had to change the name, but because of the climate of how things are with far as racism is, it's the right thing to do.
Even though you look like you're a diehard fan?
Yeah, I'm a diehard fan. I've been a fan all my life. So, it's going to be sad, but still, you got to do some things when it's right.
I think it's a good idea that they change it. I like the name, the Washington Warriors.
That seems to be possibly one of the
Names that they
name changes. Yeah. So what are your thoughts? Is it a good idea in terms of?
Yes. They've been talking about doing this for a while. So sometimes God got to orchestrate stuff so that things can happen. So if this is one of the things that have to happen to get it to change.
I don't really watch football, but I think it's stupid because there's been the Washington Redskins for years, since before I was born. So changing the name I think it's stupid.
It's about time.
It's about time, even though you have all the gear on.
Yeah, it's time. Let's go with the Warriors or even the Red Tails or even the Generals, Washington Generals.
Sports Business Daily reports that the new name will not be announced yet because trademark issues are pending. Because of that, the team name is not expected to change immediately. The franchise will likely continue using the mascot until a new name is official. The Sports and Learning COVID-19 testing site will be closed to the general public until the end of July so that tests can be given to public safety employees in Prince George's County. All other permanent testing sites will remain open during normal operating hours. Prince George's continues to lead the state with nearly 20,000 confirmed coronavirus cases. Montgomery County has had 722 deaths, the largest number in Maryland. For more information on COVID-19 test sites, you can log on to princegeorgescountymd.gov. Prince George's School CEO Dr. Monica Goldson is hosting a telephone town hall to talk about the new school year. It will be held Wednesday night, and Dr. Goldson will answer your questions and concerns. The district conducted a survey recently of residents regarding preferences for the upcoming school year. Nearly half said they wanted the system to continue with distance learning. CTV spoke with residents about their concerns.
If I knew they were actually taking the proper precautions in school, then I would consider it.
But you're not confident they are?
No, I'm not.
We're still walking around with masks and everything. It's still here. No. I don't believe they should be going back.
I wouldn't feel that it would be safe right now for all of them to go back to school together.
Again, the town hall is Wednesday, July 15th from 5:30 until 7 p.m., and you must register in advance. Visit pgcps.org for more information. An important discussion on the county's budget and tax structure is happening tonight. Councilmember Danielle Glaros, along with Chair Todd Turner and other members, will host a virtual meeting on the budget. The members will also talk about a proposal that would place a question on the upcoming November 3rd ballot to change the homestead tax credit cap. The meeting will run from 7 until 8:30 p.m. You must register to participate. For more information, visit princegeorgescountymd.gov/District 3. Well, Maryland joins a lawsuit to block the Trump administration from deporting international college students. Attorney General Brian Frosh says new visa rules could potentially force thousands out of this country. Now, 5,300 would be impacted at colleges in Maryland. The new immigration rules require international students to leave if their colleges operate online classes only this fall. Now, University of Maryland System Chancellor Jay Perman calls those rules callous. He also says the system would lose out on $125 million in tuition and fees. Police in Greenbelt are searching for the person who shot and killed a man yesterday morning. It happened in the 9000 block of Breezewood Terrace. Investigators say the victim was shot numerous times and pronounced dead at the scene. Witnesses reported seeing a man running from the area. They say he hopped in a car and sped off. Anyone with information about the crime is asked to contact police. Our region has been a hotspot for jazz musicians, and as Byron Scott reports, Maryland is home to a widely popular jazz camp.
Musicians from all over the world will be coming to the region virtually for Maryland Summer Jazz 2020. This year, for the first time, the sessions will be online due to the pandemic. Maryland Summer Jazz is in its 16th year. Musicians of all levels will attend a week of workshops, master classes, performances. This year's faculty includes world-renowned musicians such as drummer Peter Erskine, trombonist Wycliffe Gordon, and pianist Jeff Keezer, to name just a few.
People that come to us certainly have some experience playing their instrument. It's not a place where we're going to teach you how to play a guitar or a saxophone. You show up knowing how to play. These folks generally have some experience with improvising and with the great jazz music that we love, Miles Davis and everything else, but of course, still learning how to do it. So when folks come to us 4 days later, their understanding is so much deeper. They're having a plan of what to do next, and understanding one of the biggest things is there's other folks that are around that love doing this work. It started off as a regional thing for the 3 or 4 state area, and now we have people coming from all over the world, and that's been happening for years because, again, folks love this music, and in most parts of the world, there isn't something built for adults.
The sessions run July 15th through the 18th and July 22nd through the 25th. There are still slots available. For more information, you can go to marylandsummerjazz.com. And for the next few weeks, young scholars will learn and engage with others about the criminal justice system. State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy is teaming up with the Parks Agency in a new program called SAO University. It's a 4-week camp for students ages 14 to 17. They'll hear from different agencies, participate in mock trials, and engage in interactive topics such as police use of force.
What we want is to really teach young people about positive behavior. We want to incentivize them to, also talk to their peers about the dangers of being involved with the criminal justice system. Our young people have really amazing futures ahead of them, and we don't want them to get derailed because they've committed offenses that makes them a part of the system in a negative way.
The camp is currently underway. Local school children will soon be learning how to code, create websites, and even develop apps, all thanks to Amazon. The company is funding computer science education and teacher professional development for more than 100 PGCPS elementary schools as part of its Future Engineer program. It will also work with the nonprofit Boot Up to teach kids how to be more tech-savvy virtually. We spoke with the school system's Kiana Bannerman about the Amazon project.
The way the world that we're in right now, coding is the new literacy. And in order for students and adults actually to thrive in this society, they must learn how to design and create and express themselves with digital technologies. So with coding it's a very high in demand skill right now. So we have the opportunity to prepare our students for the world and for future jobs.
Amazon will be funding the program for the next 3 years. Well, a popular baseball player ditches his glove and bat for a children's book. The Washington National's Sean Doolittle is participating in the county's virtual Summer at Your Library program. The initiative, which will last until August 21st, encourages young people to read at least 30 minutes each day. Here's a clip of Doolittle reading Max the Brave by Ed Veer.
Are you Mouse? No, I'm Fly, says Fly. But I just saw a mouse scurry by a moment ago. Maybe this is what Mouse looks like. Excuse me, but are you Mouse? I'm not Mouse. I'm Fish.
To register for Summer at Your Library, you can visit the Prince George's County Memorial Library System's website.
everybody. Welcome to this CTV Sports Report. We start with huge news out of the NFL. The Washington Redskins are no more. Earlier this morning, owner Dan Snyder officially retired the name and the logo. Moving forward, they will have a new nickname and a new logo, but do not have those as of yet. We now move on to baseball. The Major League season opening day is under 2 weeks away, and when the Orioles take the field on July 24th at Fenway Park, their opening day starter will be John Means.
Just the year he had last year. Such an impressive, for a guy to do what he did. It's a great story coming out of spring training, barely making the club and having some really impressive relief appearances. And next thing you know, he's in our rotation and making an all-star game and, really finished the season strong too. So it's he's definitely earned it, and we're excited to watch him pitch on the 24th.
Up until I get told that I'm opening day, I just kind of assumed I was just fighting for a job. I kind of like that mentality. I like to keep that back against the wall mentality and just never get comfortable. I'm constantly trying to get better. And until I'm told for sure and it's in writing and it's he tells me face to face, then I'm just going to assume that I'm fighting for the job. I think I'll just approach it like any other game. I think that I was going to do that either way. It could be, it's going to be different. It's going to be weird. That first game is going to feel so weird having someone with another uniform in the box with no fans in the stands. But like I've said before, I think that helps us. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to obviously have a bunch of energy going into it. So I think it's going to have that feel of being a real opening day.
Manager Brandon Hines said Means will also pitch one of the exhibition games as the Orioles continue preparations for the 2020 season. Moving on to soccer, NWSL action from over the weekend. The Washington Spirit completed opening round action in the Challenge Cup when they took on the Houston Dash. Let's head out to Utah for the action in this one, and we pick it up in the 16th minute. Spirit on the attack, great ball into Ashley Hatch, who has a little tip pass to Bailey Feist, and she finds the back of the net with her right foot, and the Spirit take a 1-0 lead. They were holding that lead in the second half when the Dash are on the attack into the area. Some confusion right here, and here is a great defensive play by Paige Nielsen with the header to keep the ball out of the back of the net and keep the score 1-0. Now extra time, 90 plus 6 minute. Audrey Bledsoe comes up with the big save right here, and the Spirit win by a final count of 1-0.
This tournament format's a real tough one, that's for sure. Another player, a little bit of a knock today with Andy Sullivan, but it's a big demand on the footballers and the players, and I've got a lot of sympathy for James and his team having to do 4 games in 12 days. So it's an awful lot, but there was some good football played today, so I was pleased about that.
4 games in I don't know how many days is a tough ask at altitude in this heat. I'm thankful for the water breaks. But we have a couple of days before Friday, the playoffs, so I think we're going to come out energized, especially with a full squad back. I'm excited.
The Spirit finished their opening round 2-1-1, and now we will wait to see who they will play in the quarterfinals, as other matches will be completed and the seeding will take place later this week. And that is your CTV Sports Report.
And that wraps up our CTV News Update. Join us again tomorrow at 4:30. Have a great night.
For the latest information on COVID-19 in Maryland, visit the State Health Department website. That's health.maryland.gov. Again, health.maryland.gov. Click the link to the COVID-19 information portal. There you'll find all of the latest information about coronavirus. You'll find daily updates on cases and fatalities. Answers to questions about testing and the governor's stay-at-home order are available as well. For specific information about Prince George's, visit princegeorgescountymd.gov. That's princegeorgescountymd.gov. The site offers information about local services for residents and businesses. There's a link for COVID-19 relief donations. Also, food pantry locations are listed. And if you have any questions, call the county COVID-19 hotline at 301-883-6627.